Welcome back here to the PSB End of the Road. I'm Marcus Burnett here on Prospects Nation TV, powered by the SUV. This next matchup features the West Virginia Thunder taking on Kentucky Premier. Should be a pretty good matchup here when you look at these programs. Both the Kentucky Premier and West Virginia Thunder program are two very well-coached teams that you'll be able to see here through multiple levels. And you'll be able to see that in some of the individual and team play that's been on display here the entire weekend, as well as this particular matchup. Quick trip to the free throw line, that's 0-0. That's Micah Sheets. He's got the first 2 points of the game there after that trip to the charity stripe. Here come the Thunder. That's Shayna Harmon. You get a wide open look at three and she cashes in. Shayna Harmon, a player you'll want to be sure to watch. Last time she was on Prospects Nation TV, it was in a great July live period matchup as the West Virginia Thunder were victorious over Coach J.D. Davis and his Georgia Hoop Stars in a game that was one of the best ones we have in the archives as far as the finish. Here we're seeing Harmon get cooking early. You give her open three-pointers, that's going to be the result more times than not. When you look at this Thunder program, it's not one that's ever been shy of the three ball. They shoot it at a solid clip now, but I have a little bit of nostalgia from last year's squad that featured Michael Johnson, Griffin Dempsey, Jenna Burdett, Taryn McCutcheon, who was the point guard, number 4 there in the white for West Virginia, was also on that squad. But when you talk about shooting the three ball at a high clip, that was an understatement for that particular team, that particular West Virginia Thunder team last year. Plenty of talent, eggs in the basket as far as this year is concerned. We've seen Harmon already come out and hit 2 straight. As far as Kentucky Premier Parmley, Coach Parmley always does a great job with his team. We want to make sure he got this timeout right now, kind of regrouped on some things. Not that it's been that catastrophic of a start for them at all. But, if you're Coach Parmley, you want to make sure you're ahead of the game as far as this is concerned, because it doesn't take West Virginia Thunder, Coach Scotty Johnson, long to add to a deficit. So it's a 6-2 ball game. Kentucky Premier out of the timeout. Marcus Burnett joined by Chris Watkins here on the mic. Chris, we've got 2 top-tier programs here going at it today.
Definitely 2 good programs that are efficient from top to bottom. That like with these AAU organizations, consistency. Year in and year out, and you always see that from both Kentucky Premier as well as the West Virginia Thunder team.
Ball game, just over the 14-minute mark left to play in the first half. Michelle Johnson inbounds it to Lexi Barrier. Barrier, in trying to save it, tries to get it to Harmon, but it's stolen by Premier. Barrier going to be called for the foul there. Elizabeth Anderson with it. Now she'll get it out to Sagan Robbins. Back to Anderson. Nice job there. It's Micah Sheets getting her second trip to the free throw line. Sheets makes good with that trip to the free throw line. She's got all 4 points for Kentucky Premier here early on. Sheets 0-0 there in the black jersey. She's got all 4 points for Premier here early on in this game. She's given them exactly what they needed. The Thunder have gotten off to the quicker start thanks to Shayna Harmon, but Sheeks has really been able to just kind of steady the ship, get a couple trips to the free throw line as they continue to get more of a rhythm going here on the offensive end.
In this championship setting, there's a lot of nerves that'll kick in. You know, as often as these players play in front of college coaches, anytime, you know, still at this young age, with a lot of them being, especially on this Kentucky Premier team, you have a number of 2017s, some 2018s, as well as 16s, with the Thunder being primarily juniors, there's still some nervousness going to check in early in the game.
Yeah.
Especially with this being their first game of the day because it's Championship Sunday here at PSB end of the road.
Here's Barrier with it, gonna get it to Harmon. She's already got 2 3-pointers. Give her a third.
Coming out here shooting like Selena King was shooting in EBA All-American camp.
Always love to watch Harmon play. Talked about the game where, you know, West Virginia Thunder had that classic matchup against the Georgia Hoopstars there at the Elite 32 in Augusta during this past July Live period, and Harmon went off in that game. It was a game where the starting point guard, Taryn McCutcheon, actually did not make the trip at that particular time. I believe she had another obligation, but Shayna Harmon definitely filled in the gap in the clutch. So here we're seeing her get off to a great start. In that game, she had a relatively slow start, but really turned it up when it was winning time. Here we're seeing her off to a great start. She got all 9 points for the Thunder. Coach Parmley going to do a 5-for-5 substitution wave. We'll let you know some of these new Kentucky Premier substitutions as play continues. Here's Harmon, gonna drop it off to McCutcheon. McCutcheon weaving through the defense. It's the ball knocked away, but Harmon able to pick up the pieces. Michelle Johnson leaves that one just short. Still 9-4, 12 minutes, 18 seconds left to play here in the first half. Harmon looking to work along the baseline. She'll have to kick it back out. Michelle Johnson can't get the shot to go.
Good look, though. You know, good shooter. When she's open like that, she needs to take that shot. Generally knocks that down. Johnson's a player we've really seen her offensive game improve here as she's gotten older. When she was younger, more of a defensive specialist. Spent time both on this West Virginia Thunder team as well as the older one, which all those players have now moved on. We talked about them in yesterday's broadcast, whether it's her older sisters at Notre Dame, as well as a number of other talented players. Like Kentucky Premier is going to put the press on. It's going to be interesting to see how West Virginia handles this with McCutcheon out of the game. Harmon couldn't get that one to fall after hitting her first 3 here to open up the game. Nice finish there inside. Kristen Mayo there, West Virginia, number 2 in white, starting the transition break. Blair Green's able to draw the foul. She has it at the top of the key. First time got to watch Blair Green was actually at last year's Fab 5 camp here in Georgia. Nice shot there from about 16 feet. That is number 24 in the black, Shelby Gibson.
advantage. They trailed early thanks to some sharp shooting from Shayna Harmon. Since then, Premier has definitely responded to the doldrums that they faced there right out of the gate. This game continues to get more physical as it goes on. Beyond the individual talent that we have in this game and some of the matchups that are here as a result, so you're going to see a great chess match between Coach Parmley and Coach Johnson. From a strategy standpoint, substitutions. On to the sets.
You know, I think if you're a Kentucky Premier, even though West Virginia Thunder got the score there, you want to press them. They are very good in transition, but it's going to take away what they want to do in terms of getting in their half-court sets and getting those easy buckets that Coach Johnson's able always to get them.
That was Price on that last bucket for the Thunder. Price there in the white jersey, number 23 for the Thunder. Talk about that big win over Georgia Hoopstars back in the July Live period. Shayna Harmon was very important, but make no mistake, Price, Sarah Price was a very key part of that win as well. Knocked down some important jump shots in addition to being able to do what she does on the inside. There, that three-pointer's knocked down from the corner. That was Kristen Mayo with that bucket, making it 16-14.
Yeah, Mayo's actually the youngest player on this West Virginia Thunder team, being a 2017.
Got 5 points. As a result on that one of the and one variety. That looked like a foul where you definitely wanted to have a mouthpiece in your mouth for that foul. Mayo got caught square in the face on that one and ate it like it was nobody's business. She gets the front end of the potential three-point play, just short on the free throw. Like what we're seeing from the young kids so far here in this one.
She had a great July series with them at our PSB events, and you see her coming out here ready to play. Those of you who can't watch at home, I mean, we have almost 50 college coaches that are sitting down here on the baseline watching this Kentucky Premier versus West Virginia Thunder game.
Great to have them on board. And we appreciate you all joining us here online on Prospects Nation TV. But when you talk about exposure, it's great to be able to have these coaches on site, maximize the stage available for these players. 18-14 ball game, 7 minutes, 33 seconds and counting left to play here in the first half. The Thunder that jumped out to an early lead. Kentucky Premier rebounded, gained a modest lead of their own for a second, but now it's back up to a 4-point advantage by the Thunder. There's McCutcheon. She's been fairly quiet on the offensive end. Really just let the game come to her. Off the mark on that three-pointer. Very capable player out there for Coach Scotty Johnson is McCutcheon. It's number 15, Lexi Barrier, checks back into the game. Always intrigued by what Barrier is able to do as we see Taryn McCutcheon have a seat. I always like to see Lexi Barrier play. She's number 15 there in the white jersey, because with her size, not only can she do some good things on the inside and on the wings for Coach Johnson, but Barrier actually plays point guard for her high school team as well. So just a versatile player that can do a lot.
Yeah, very versatile. She can shoot from three, she can put it on the floor, but has the length and athleticism to be a presence both on the defensive end, as you see her right there on cue, and it does a fantastic job rebounding as well.
Nice defense there. Tied it up, knocked the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Premier, of course.
And then Barrier gets a deflection there on that three.
There's Anderson. Sheets steps in, takes a two-pointer. She's going to be fouled on the play. going to go against Michelle Johnson. She's one of the better defenders that you'll find here. Sheets knocks down another free throw. I gave Sheets credit for it earlier in the webcast and would love to bring it up again. It was, I think, her initial reaction and the way she played early on that I think is a big reason why Premier is at the point that they're at here in this game. Even when things look like they might get a little ugly for Kentucky Premier, it was Sheets that was able to get 4 points from the free throw line there to get the first 4 points on the board for Premier, but also to kind of settle the team down a little bit and lead by example. Here we got an offensive foul that's going to go against the Thunder. So it's a 16-18 ball game. 2-point advantage for the Thunder, but Kentucky Premier, I'd say the momentum is on their side a little bit. Game has definitely gotten more physical. The referee's letting them play. Now the offensive foul looks like it's going to go against number 55, Elizabeth Anderson of Premier. Coming back into the game for the Thunder, it's going to be number 2, Kristen Mayo. Casey Hall will have a seat.
Referee's doing a good job, you know, keeping this game under control. It's a championship game, championship Sunday, and everybody, you know, you get worked up, so do a little bit more reaching and grabbing.
I think they're doing a good job of, you know, letting them play. But then I think you see the last couple calls, you know, making sure things don't get, you know, out of control. There's some method to the madness. Streaking, getting wide open. There was Michelle Johnson. She's too strong on the layup, but there she's got Lexi Barrier using the size inside to convert. Barrier's bucket makes it a 4-point advantage for the Thunder. Traveling violation. It's going to go against number 24, Allie Neese. Here's Johnson trying to get the step there to finish. Good move, just too strong on the shot. Great to have the back row coaches still here with us here on this beautiful weekend just north of Atlanta. It's already a penalty situation, 10th team foul against the Thunder, so it's going to send Kentucky Premier to the free throw line. Free throw line can be a great equalizer when you're off to a slow start or looking at a deficit. In our webcast just before this one, it was Carolina Express versus Blue Star Florida, and you saw Blue Star Florida get up early. Carolina Express was able to create some opportunities and trips to the free throw line, but really didn't convert at a high enough rate to be able to cut into the gap. It was the free throw line that helped Premier kind of stabilize things early on, and since then it's been able to help them add points as well. Got to take advantage of those freebies.
Can't give up opportunities when you get a step to the free throw line.
We got Shayna Harmon getting a trip to the free throw line. You know, when we look at what Harmon can do, I think, you know, she puts you in the mindset, you know, a similar mindset to a Macy Morris as far as the ability to be able to knock it down from the outside, but also move without the ball and do some good things in the mid-range as well. Won't say she uses the floater as much as a Macy Morris, not an identical comparison, but just similar as far as their size and how they're able to do things both in and outside.
Yeah, definitely like that comparison. For those of you listening at home, Macy Morris is a 2015 commit that actually played as a part of the Kentucky Premier program. She is committed to play at Kentucky University after this year. She was a part of our EBA All-American camp earlier in the day. That's good basketball right there.
So it's in a bucket for number 24. That's Allie Neese. They'll make it 21-22. Premier pulls to within one. Courtney Eisenman coming over with the defense there. Here's Price. That's a good looking shot for her. She can knock that down. Talked about that Prospects Nation TV Classic webcast. She knocked down some big jumpers from the outside in that one. So. Both teams starting to get a little more loose here. Neese gets another bucket. She's got the last 5 points for Premier.
Harmon again. I believe was that her 5th three of this first half?
That it was.
See, Johnson doing what she does best. She hasn't gotten the game going as yet on the offensive end, but she turns around and gets the steal.
Johnson, number 12 there in the white jerseys for the Thunder. Talked about her earlier in the webcast, how she's one of the better defenders that you'll find here in this event and here in the country. She's just a ball hawk. Whether she's guarding the ball handler, whether she's in the passing lanes. Lateral quickness and nose for the ball. Very hard to match. The Thunder are at their best when both Johnson and McCutcheon are out there wreaking havoc on the defensive end. Johnson tries to step into that three-pointer. It's off the mark. This ball comes in the hands of Price. She'll hand it off to McCutcheon. It's a good three-point look there for Mayo. And McCutcheon will set it up. Casey Hall with a three-pointer. Another key contributor here for this Thunder team.
And that was actually a set that's run by Coach Scotty Johnson. Had Michelle Johnson sets a flare screen on the backside so they get that corner three off the drive middle. What that causes the defense to do when you attack middle causes them to collapse, which then gives you that great angle for the flare screen with the corner three.
Coach Johnson always does a great job with his different sets. As we talked about, a CoachHemi.com subscriber. Miss our broadcast colleague here at the PSB end of the road, but he's at the Tennessee version up there in Franklin. So be sure to be tuning in for this webcast if you want to be able to, during halftime, catch some of the action from up there in Tennessee. You can check out the lineup of the webcast up there, right there on the Prospects Nation TV homepage. Two minutes, 13 seconds left to play here in the first half. It's an 8-point advantage for the Thunder. Premier has been able to respond for every West Virginia Thunder surge that we've seen in this game. We'll see if this one's any different. Micah Sheets with it up top. Doesn't get the bounce. Here's Mayo bringing it out of there. Gets it ahead to McCutcheon. McCutcheon gonna drive. Here's Sheets. Anderson wants it inside. Working hard against Price. Deep three-pointer on the way. Splash. Three-pointer knocked down by number 44. That's Michaela Berry. Good steal there by Sheets. She saves it.
Kentucky Premier, you want to get a good shot here under a minute, down 5. So now you want to follow that up with a stop here. See if you can take it into the half, down 3, and possibly even tie it up.
Berry with another big shot there. It's going to bring Kentucky Premier to within 3. 28-31, 36 seconds left to play here in the first half.
Coach Johnson looks like he's going to try to get a good shot off this side inbounds as he subs in Harmon for this purpose. And we get the flare screen action again on the backside.
26 seconds to work with. McCutcheon has it. He's guarded by Anderson. Not doing a bad job moving left to right there laterally, sticking in front of McCutcheon. Harmon from the corner. Too strong on the shot. 12 seconds to work with for Micah Sheets and Premier. Three, 2, 1. Ball's going to be last touch by the Thunder with 1/10 of a second left on the clock. No score really mathematically possible. And that will do it for the first half. I'm Marcus Burnett, he's Chris Watkins. We'll catch you back here after halftime here on Prospects Nation TV. welcome back to the action. We're ready to get the second half started here. Kentucky Premier versus the West Virginia Thunder. It's a 3-point advantage by the Thunder here as we get the second half started. It was a great first half. The Thunder struck first. It was Kentucky Premier being able to respond. And then we really had a chess match from there as the first half came to a close. There we see the Thunder striking first. That's Courtney Eisenman. Able to get the bucket, make it a 28-33 ball game. Five-point advantage for the Thunder after that Eisenman bucket. Three-pointer from the corner is just short. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Shayna Harmon. Harmon looking to push, gets it to Johnson. That's a lot of room for Taryn McCutcheon. Deep range, count it. Taryn McCutcheon, the Michigan State commit, knocking down the deep range three-pointer well beyond the red line here at Sewanee Sports Academy. Not a fluke shot at all. That's anybody that knows Taryn McCutcheon's game, that three-point range is part of it. Barrier doing a good job running the floor. A little too strong on the left-hand layup. Nice find there by Johnson. Harmon coming back the other way. Gonna stop and pull the elbow mid-range jumper. A lot of confidence there in that shot. Essentially a 2-on-2 break. Harmon chooses to stop and pull the mid-range. Big fan of the mid-range shot myself. Gotta be able to have a lot of confidence to take it right there on the fast break like that. It's a shot Harmon can hit, a shot you'll see no qualms from as far as Scotty Johnson is concerned. Gives this team a 10-point advantage here as we've just opened up the second half. Kentucky Premier has been able to do some good things this game, but it's a tough West Virginia Thunder team to keep down for long as far as scoring points is concerned. They're a patient team. They run their sets well. They're able to, really digest and survey the game in a way that Coach Scotty Johnson sets, as well as just their preparation, puts them in a good position to do. But make no mistake, as you've seen it this game, and as we knew coming into this event, this Kentucky Premier Parmley team is a very well-coached team as well. Coach Parmley does a great job. This is going to be a good one till the finish. Allie Neese, no good. Good moves inside, unable to get the shot to go. Here's Harmon. At the free throw line now for Kentucky Premier Parmley. It's number 21. Second free throw off the front of the rim. It's rebounded by Lexi Barrier. Barrier and the Thunder trying to add to their 10-point advantage. Barrier be fouled on the play. We'll go against Allie Neese, number 24. That will send the versatile Barrier to the free throw line. Off on the first.
I really like how both these programs, they sub a lot of players in and out, giving all the players a chance to get the exposure here at the PSB end of the road.
(39-28) ball game. In favor of the Thunder. Strong take inside, Micah Sheets. Like I said, Chris, I've been impressed with Sheets throughout this entire game. There's been instances where Premier has needed a bucket. She's either been able to get that for them or just slow things down by getting a trip to the charity stripe.
She kept them in the game early when West Virginia Thunder got out to a hot start, and right now she's looking to keep it close and see if Kentucky Premier can get a couple of those stops and get this game up under 10 points, which she has the opportunity to do right now.
(39-30) ball game. Harmon, quick catch and shoot.
Drawing up a play, they're going to be running 2 plays from now in the next couple plays. Yep. As Kentucky Premier will look to see what they're going to be in defensively out of this timeout.
Yeah, Coach Parmley and Coach Scott Johnson, 2 prime examples that any generalization as far as summer/travel program coaches versus high school coaches. I think generalizations on either side are not very wise decisions. You got good coaches and bad coaches among various ranks.
And you even see right here, though, they came out in a zone defense. So if Coach Johnson had drawn up something they were going to run in a man-to-man set, they're not able to run it, but yet they still actually had a look of a shooter going along the baseline for a corner 3.
McCutcheon goes high to grab that one. Now Hall has it. Back to McCutcheon. Good defense being played here by Premier. Johnson to Eisenman over to Barrier. Barrier gonna try a 3-pointer. No good. Eisenman says, give me that. Can't get the follow to go. Baseline drive, Barrier. Able to use that reach. Was beat on the step along the baseline, able to reach in there, knock it out of bounds nonetheless. Barrier looking to get another block there, but they're going to say she got a piece of Elizabeth Anderson as well. They're on that shot block attempt, I should say.
I think I heard that piece of the arm over here, actually.
Yeah, a little bit of patty cake going on there.
These 2 teams definitely aren't backing down from each other.
No, not at all. Price setting up to knock down that jumper along the baseline, loses the ball out of bounds. Here's Sheets with it up top. Kentucky Premier has pulled to within 5. Easy money on the inside. The finish by Elizabeth Anderson, the assist by Michaela Berry. We've got a 3-point ball game.
She did a great job sealing inside, which created that opportunity for an easy bucket.
I got to give kudos again to number 55, Elizabeth Anderson, there in the black jerseys for Kentucky Premier. We've seen a couple defensive matchups where she's had to end up guarding a guard out there for West Virginia, and we have yet to see a guard just blow by Elizabeth Anderson. She's really been moving her feet. We saw a couple of instances with Karen McCutcheon. We saw it there with Casey Hall, even though she got called for the foul. Was still right there in the picture.
defense is a mentality, and she's definitely, you know, she doesn't take any shortcomings. She's not saying, oh, I'm on a guard, I can't defend her. She's sitting down and making sure she's sliding her feet, and she's using any type of quickness she may not have on that guard, uses her length to actually help that out.
Yep. 10:27 left to play here in the second half. 3-point ball game in favor of the Thunder. Barrier off the mark. Eisenman with another strong rebound. No, that's Price with another strong rebound inside. Price pushing the advantage to 5 points for the Thunder.
Another subs. We have McCutcheon and Harmon checking back in for the game.
I think both coaches have done a great job with substitutions as well. With this being Sunday championship game, I'm sure the legs are a little tired, especially for some of the EBA All-American camp participants that are here as well. Both coaches doing a great job subbing, making sure they keep players fresh enough to be able to create some waves, but also be able to respond to a couple. Harmon with it up top. Has it knocked away. Sheets comes the other way with it. Nice strip there by McCutcheon. You see McCutcheon sizing that up all the way down the court. She'll knock it out of bounds. Coach Parmley subs in a 5 for 5. This game going to come down to the wire. Both coaches trying to make sure their players have a little bit more left in the tank than their opponents. Here's Neese, guarded by McCutcheon. It's number 21 there. First free throw to bounce around, stay down.
Kentucky Premier is staying close. It'll be interesting to see if they can actually get up over the hump and look to take the lead here in the last 9 minutes of the game.
And again, like I said, it's been great subbing on behalf of both coaches, because Premier has had to work so hard at times to, I think, stay in the game and not let the lead be pushed out to the teams or grow a little bit. And a lot of times when you're fighting to make sure that lead doesn't grow, it's taking a lot of energy. So as far as having enough energy to get over the hump after making sure the lead doesn't expand, it can be a tall task. The substitution patterns of Coach Parmley, he's making sure Micah Sheets and that other unit are going to get a nice breather so they can come back in, try to change things up here. Good defense inside by this unit. They're within 4. Too strong on that shot. Here's Barrier. She's got Harmon with her. Tries to take it all the way. Good shot there by Neese. Won't stay down, but I've liked what I've seen from her this game as well. Harmon has that shot blocked.
Both these two teams got a slugfest going on out here.
Very stingy on the defensive end right now. Another example, that block there by Price. She smacks it out of bounds. Two substitutions in for the Thunder. Number 12, Michelle Johnson, and number 32, Courtney Eisenman, back into the game. Still a 4-point ball game, just under 7:50 left to play. Eisenman has rebounded well for the Thunder. Here's Harmon. Harmon hits the deck. She's up quick. She's got 2 free throws to shoot. Harmon out of Tees Valley High School. Good on the first free throw. Pushes the advantage to 5 points. Make it 6. Good look there. Nearly thrown out of bounds though. Instead they got to look at 3. It's no good. Eisenman knocked that one off of the hands of number 3, Reese, for Premier. Nice give and go right there. Harmon to Johnson.
Just another example of the sets that Scotty Johnson runs. You know, he puts on a clinic in the offensive sets he runs.
3-pointer, no good. Here's Johnson. She's got Mayo ahead. Can't hold the Mayo there on that possession. But she sprints ahead and gets the easy deuce. Like what I see from Mayo, I think you're going to see McCutcheon end up handing a torch over to Mayo, similar to the way that Dempsey did with McCutcheon. Nice bucket there.
That was number 24, Allie Neese with the take. She's having a great game so far, been getting to the rack.
Yeah, Neese and Sheets have been 2 of the multiple bright spots for Premier this game, even though they still trail. Good cut, but better defense there by Johnson as she strips it away. She'll kick it to McCutcheon. That's a layup.
Bang, bang.
McCutcheon able to step into that one. Can't get to that pass. Good pass ahead. And the finish with the contact. Number 32, Blair Green. Big bucket there by Green. Eats the contact. It's the potential and one.
This Kentucky Premier team just won't go away.
They will not.
You know, it's a testament to Coach Parnley and how he coaches his team. Continually subbing 5 in and 5 out. Keep a lot of energy up on the floor.
Love the no panic that we've seen in Premier. Not to say they've had plenty of reason to panic, but how many times have you seen a game to where, you know, one team's clicking on all cylinders or knocking down a couple shots, or, you know, they've gotten out to a lead and the other team kind of compounds the deficit by trying to get everything back too quickly or making things a lot more hectic than it has to be. This Premier team was down, I think, by double digits at one point. But they remain right here in the thick of things. Here's Barrier. Barrier going to try a step back 3-pointer. It's off the mark. Coach Scotty Johnson not happy with Casey Hall passing up that last shot. Like I said, they're going to take a stab in the dark and say Coach Scotty Johnson not too happy about Casey Hall not taking that last shot.
You gotta like that as a player, though, if your coach is telling you gotta shoot the ball.
Yeah, he's telling you got to shoot it, not just that. You know, with the way that they prepare and the way he really makes sure his players know how to read the different situations, and they know their offense, they know their strengths. So there's no need for a lot of second guessing with the way that they run their offense. You know what's right, what's open, and you take it when it's there. Similar to the point Coach Johnson was echoing to Casey Hall there on that last sequence. Still an 8-point advantage for the Thunder. Elizabeth Anderson working hard inside. She wants the ball. Sheets with the spin move and the step. Like Sheets' physical presence out there. You know, does a great job keeping defenders off of her. Being able to use that shoulder, create a little bit of space, but seen her box out several times. You know, just do a lot of the small things beyond the leadership that she's shown here from the early start of the game.
On that last possession, she makes that spin move, and it's not there. She actually, like you said, with her shoulder, kind of gives a bump and does that step-through move that's so big in girls basketball and allows you to get to the rim, and she got fouled. Now she gets the easy 2 points.
Uses that, too, to pull Kentucky Premier to within 6. Harmon in a little bit of trouble. Coach Johnson wanted a timeout. The question is, was the foul called before the timeout took place? Coach Johnson is getting some clarity on that. Either they're going to say timeout was granted before a foul was called. So we'll take a timeout with them. We're watching Prospects Nation TV, powered by the SUV. We'll be back shortly. Back from the timeout, 6-point ball game. Just over 4 minutes, 4:04 to be exact. 6-point advantage for the Thunder. Nice defense there by Premier, reaching in there. Sagan Robbins knocked that ball away. Premier has it. Nice crossover. Can't get the finish to go, but Elizabeth Anderson doing what she's been doing all game, running the floor, playing hard, eating glass.
Here we go. We got a game on our hands, 4-point game with 3:45 left.
Another steal. What a sequence right there, man. You got that tough pass to be able to handle by Anderson. She's able to get a hand on it and trying to kind of keep her feet in bounds. Similar to a receiver trying to stay in bounds there with a touchdown pass. And then you got the cover corner there in Michelle Johnson being able to go and contest that. But when you get done with all that and the smoke clears, Kentucky Premier able to score off the inbounds. That's Michaela Berry. We've got a 2-point game. Casey Hall from the corner. No good. Barrier with the rebound. She'll be fouled. I'll send Lexi Barrier to the free throw line. Barrier no good on the first free throw. Count the second. 3-point advantage for the Thunder. Jump ball. Jump ball will keep it with Premier. Back into the game for the Thunder. Number 2, Kristen Mayo. Casey Hall will have a seat. 2:51 left to play in this one. Premier trails by 3. They got a 3 on the way. That's off the back of the rim, though. Long rebound. Pieces picked up by Taryn McCutcheon. Good hustle by Elizabeth Anderson. Dives after that one to knock it away. It's going to be last touch by Premier. Number 24, Shayna Harmon checks back into the game for the Thunder. Mayo has a seat. Johnson to inbound. Cutchin, all it takes is a second.
Big time shot right there. Great footwork, was able to use the head fake and then still create the space. It's big possession here for Kentucky Premier.
That shot off the mark. Good offensive rebound by Robbins. It's knocked away by McCutcheon. Great hustle by Price to save it up to Johnson. McCutcheon guarded by Sheets. Talk about no back down. That point guard matchup right there about sums that mantra up. McCutcheon and Sheets.
See if West Virginia Thunder can get an easy look here off the side inbounds. And they do.
McCutcheon able to catch in traffic and finish. Pushes the lead to 8. Taryn McCutcheon's got the last 5 points for the Thunder, and they're crucial points to say the least. Nice defense there by Price. I believe they're going to say Blair Green had a foot out of bounds, trying to save that one. .139 left to play here in this one. 8-point advantage for the Thunder. Johnson to Harmon. Here's Barrier. Barrier looking to go for the jugular here. Misses that 3. Harmon foul, goes down hard. She'll go to the line to shoot. One of the things I've enjoyed about this matchup is that you have, two really balanced teams. You've been able to see several players do what they do here for both of these squads. It hasn't been an individual heavy matchup by any means. Just two solid teams going at it.
There's no doubt about that. And, both coaches have been doing a great job. We mentioned it numerous times, continually rotating players in. It'll be interesting here to see what Kentucky Premier does out of this timeout. At this point, they're down 9, could possibly move to be down 10. You would like to get an easy bucket. If it is a 3, that's great. If not, you don't want to force that, possibly get to the rim in transition, as West Virginia Thunder may be trying to keep you from getting a 3 and then immediately getting in a press and see if you can get a steal.
1 minute, 21 seconds left to decide this one.
It's happened before. I believe it was Duke versus Maryland back when Jason Williams was playing there. They made a late run, about this much time left, down 9 or 10.
Jay Will, boy, he has some great days at Duke.
Or if you're just Reggie Miller, you can make that type of comeback on your own. So
another historic one. 48-58 ball game. Thunder all over that pass.
It looked like Kentucky Premier was trying to get an easy little quick back door right there.
Blair Green, much needed bucket there. Green makes it an 8-point ball game. West Virginia Thunder play keep away here. 41.9 seconds left to play in this one. That is the second foul under the 2-minute mark, so that's going to send Shayna Harmon to the free throw line. As she can help ice the game here. Cashes in on the first one. Good on the second. Micah Sheets continuing to attack. And fouled by Harmon there on that play. She'll go to the line with 35 seconds left to play. Our next webcast will feature EOTO taking on another Kentucky Premier representative.
We open up the game talking about programs overall and the fact that Kentucky Premier has 2 teams playing in these championship games in a tournament that fielded over 80 teams.
We got a timeout here on this court. We got an apparent buzzer beater of some sort going on 2 courts away. Somebody won the game in exciting fashion, just judging by the applause and the shaking of hands we see going on right now. Ready to get back to the action out of the timeout. Michelle Johnson to inbound it. Gets it to Harmon. Harmon ahead to barrier.
We have all kinds of excitement. We actually just had another game tie up on court 5 here, and is now going to go to overtime after a game winner on court 6. So if you're listening on the broadcast and you hear all the yelling in the background, that's the type of excitement we have here on Championship Sunday at PSB End of the Road.
What a great weekend. Great way to essentially close this segment of the basketball season, as players have already kind of shifted their focus towards the upcoming high school season. The end of the road is just that.
She has had a huge day.
Yes, she has. 8.5 seconds left. Micah Sheets with another bucket. Send McCutcheon to the free throw line. Seven-point ball game. Sheets going down shooting. So with 1.2 seconds left. This one all but done, as the West Virginia Thunder have won a very tight one here. Kentucky Premier, been a game of runs back and forth. West Virginia Thunder coming out victorious. I'm Marcus Burnett. He's Chris Watkins. Thanks for joining us here on Prospects Nation TV, powered by the SUV.